You're gonna really hate me for this. I don't ever use my Bennett. I know. Alright, so I'm gonna be trying something different for this video. I know we just did all the Genshin summer event stuff, and since Nalan's about to come out here pretty soon, I figured why not go through all the characters that I have, put them in a tier list, and see what the community thinks, because that's always a good idea. It's gonna be a bit controversial based on my own opinion, but I don't really care. I kind of just want to go through all this and see what other people think about my decisions and opinions about all this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna be going specifically on the characters I have, and as you can see right here, there's gonna be some characters I don't have. I'll still put my input on them from what I've seen, but I don't really have that much of an opinion on them from the ones I don't have. These are mainly just because of personal preference, or maybe I'm just unlucky in my polls that I just don't get the character that I want. So we'll go through with that. But gonna be doing stuff like must pull, good to have, characters that I don't use but I like them, and characters that I don't use anymore so I bench them. So this is strictly opinionated and subjective, so it's gonna be my complete honest opinion. I know everyone is entitled to their opinions. I'm just giving mine, and I would definitely like to hear what people have to say in the comments about these sort of things, because I feel like from what I've been playing with, my Genshin account has been kind of weird. I know I use like a lot of strong teams sometimes, but some of the characters that I decide to use are not really ideal for that situation. So I would like to see what people think about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So starting off with our very first character, Amber. Well, she got benched. I mean, she was the first character that you ever get. You only really use her for a few times before you get your next few characters. So, I mean, she's good. I used to use her for all those torch puzzles that you used to get chests, but now I got other pyro characters like Yoimiya, Hu Tao, and others. But yeah, I benched her. She's still a good unit. I actually got her C2 the other day, surprisingly. It was like that 1 in 64 chance or something like that. So there was that. I did hear that like she's the most rare account to have, rare C6 character to have right now, along with these other three. So yeah, benched. Kaya, he got benched. I don't even think I've ever even used him aside from the tutorial stages. I don't know why. I guess I was never really a cryo player at first. I kind of was just going through a lot of other things. I just wanted to try other elements, and I thought he felt kind of slow to me. I don't know why. It's just, I guess I wasn't really a sword guy at first, but now that I got other characters, I kind of am. So, yep, benched. Lisa. She was my favorite character for a while. No other reason other than she was a strong unit. I will give her that. But if you play in the Japanese dubbing like I do, there's a specific reason why I liked her so much. So I won't get into details, but if you know, you know. She was just top tier when the game first came out, and I really liked her. So I'll put her, I think for starting out, I think she's good to have. She can bring out that constant electro style AoE effect whenever you use her burst, and that's good for whenever you have other characters like Hydro based, and if you want to do a Hyper Bloom team. So there's that. Barbara. It's a bit hard to say because I don't have her C6. I know that when you have her C6, she can revive a teammate when they go down, and then it resets for like 15 minutes. I'll probably just put her in don't use, but I like them. She's good to have. I think it's just based on what kind of team you're going for. A healer is always good, but a lot of the healers now can actually deal certain damage with elemental reactions and stuff like that. So I wouldn't really use her as much as long as I like to. Maybe if I got her C6, I would use her, but I don't know. I tried building her, but it didn't really work out. Razor. Benched. He's just, he was like my first Claymore user too, so Claymore was just so hard to get used to because it was so slow and clunky. So that was kind of the reason I benched him. Zhongling, must pull. I will defend that cross till the day I die. She was my first like free character aside from the tutorial stages. I think she was like my first random pull. I don't really remember, but I used her a crap ton when I was going through the story. And she's so freaking strong, like with her elemental burst, her skill. She is a unit to have, and my god, if you put Bennett with her on her team, it's no contest. You can just one-shot anything. She is definitely a top-tier pyro support, and I think a lot of people agree with that. So definitely, you do get it for free, but I would definitely say if you can get her constellations, definitely go for it. She is a top-tier character. Beidou, I don't use her, but I know she's good at like parrying. I never really used parrying all that much. It wasn't really until a while back until I got her. After that, I kind of just, once you get your account at a certain place, you feel like, it's like, oh cool, I got a new character, but I'm just gonna stick with my usual team. I know she's really good when it comes to early game stuff, so if you have her, then she's great for that. After that, it's kind of irrelevant at that point, so that's where I'm gonna put her. Xingqiu, he's a must pull. I used him a lot during the Abyss with my Hu Tao and my Kuki Shinobu. I kind of just, he was like my first, he's Yelan before Yelan ever happened. So even if you don't have Yelan, you should have him. He is by far one of the greatest Hydro applicants there is in the game. And he can just buff your team so well. It's just insane. I don't know. I guess it's because I have Yelan now. She's taken over. I still use him. Don't get me wrong. So, yeah. Definitely must pull. Ningguang. This is kind of hard because I never really used Geo for anything. I guess I'll probably put her as benched. I did use her for a while in the beginning of the game. That little wall that she had for shielding was pretty good. And then, yeah, like I said, once you get further into the game, she kind of gets irrelevant, and Geo is not really that popular an element anymore. Well, actually, no, take that back. Navia did come out, and Shiori, so it's coming back. But yeah, I benched her. Fischl, she's a must pull. A lot of the early game characters are really strong still. Fischl, I don't really use her all that much, but I know she's really strong when it comes to Hydro teams and Dendro teams, even Pyro, I would say. But yeah, definitely use her. Bennett, you're gonna really hate me for this. I don't ever use my Bennett. You know, you can hate me all you want. I never ever used him. I even have him C6. So I really don't know why I didn't decide to build him at first. I know he's like a big buff for the team. He can heal. If you're having a Pyro team, he's like the strongest unit there is. But I don't know why I never built him. It's so weird. I guess I just got complacent and decided to stick with the one team I had. I never really needed to use him anymore because I already have healers and buffers and all that stuff. So that's gonna probably get me some words in the comments of this video if I ever people ever comment on it, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I benched him. Noelle, I love her. She was also, oh yeah, she's the beginner banner. Like the banner you get just for getting the game. You have to get the free 20 pull, and she's like the automatic one you get. She is such a good unit. I love her personality. She's very strong. She was the only Claymore user I ever really liked back when I first started playing the game. I still would like to use her to this day. I think I got her C6 recently, but I don't know. She's something about her. I've always been a fan of maids, I guess. So she's definitely a good to have unit if you need someone to shield you. So definitely her. Chongyun, benched. I never used him. I'm gonna go through this a bit faster. Sucrose, I would say this is a tough one because I use her for a lot for the Abyss, but I don't use her enough to say that she's a must pull. I guess I'll probably put her in good to have. If you don't have anything, if you don't have like a Venti or a Kazuha, she's pretty much your best bet, just because she can put that constant swirl reaction, so you can bring some crowd control to your team. She's definitely a good unit to have, especially with the elements reactions. Jean, I just built her recently because of one of my videos, but she's good to have, I would say, just because she can do all the things that Sucrose can, but she can also heal you, which is still really good. Let's see, Diluc, I kind of benched him. I know I built him and he actually does some good damage. If you saw my last video, go check it out with the Spiral Abyss challenge. But I never really used him. I didn't get him until after a while, like after I lost a few 50-50s. I usually lost all my 50-50s to Chi-Chi. So I didn't get him until later in the game where I didn't really need him. So there's that. Speaking of which, the next person, Chi-Chi. I definitely regret pulling now. I know she was really hailed in the beginning as a really strong character. And there was actually a point because I lost a lot of my 50-50s pre-game to like Mona, or who else is there? Yeah, I think it was mainly Mona who I lost my 50-50s to. But yeah, anyway. So I went a long time without having Chi-Chi, to the point where it's like I just wanted to get her just so I can complete my little Genshin collection. But it's like when I got her, I was like, freaking finally. It's like I just want the character, and then that's when I knew I got cursed, and I just kept getting her. So yeah, regret pulling after the Bliss was great when I first got her, but not anymore. Mona, I don't use, but I like her. I know she can do really good buffs with her elemental burst, and a lot of people use that. I've seen that in videos and shorts, so definitely go her. She's good for Hydro application. Kaching, I don't have, unfortunately. I've been wanting her for so long, but I have not been able to freaking get her. I keep losing my 50-50 to this person over here, and now I'm losing it more to Dea of all people. So yeah, don't have anything to say on Kaching, but from what I've seen, she's a good unit. I would say if you lose your 50-50 for her, she's definitely a good unit to have if you're lacking in the Electro department. Aether, don't have him. Lumine, she's been benched. I would say the same thing for both of them. The only Traveler variant that I really used a lot was at the beginning when he had the Animo Traveler. So, and then Dendro came out, and I didn't really use that much. But I guess the strongest variants I have for Traveler is just Animo and Geo, because I used a lot of Geo applications just to get places. It's kind of what I did, and to get those chests in Liyue that were just weighted pressure plates. So there was that. Alright, moving on. Venti, I don't use him, but I like to have him. He's like my second Sucrose. Good for crowd control, all that stuff. He's also good for if you need to get to a high place really fast, because he can just go up in the air. So there's that. Klee, she was benched. I had her. Oh, I do have her, but I don't use her all that much. It's kind of there now. Tartaglia, don't have. Diona, she's been benched. She's good for the shield and the cryo application, but I also have better shielders now, so I don't really use her all that much. She also heals, but I also still have better healers. Zhongli, don't have. Xinyan, I don't ever even use her, so I kind of regret pulling for her. Albedo, I don't have. Ganyu, I wish I had, but I don't freaking have her. I know she's like really strong. I have like 3 of her signature weapons, so I'm waiting on that. Zhao, I don't have. Hu Tao, must pull. I don't care what people say. She is my favorite 5-star in this entire game, just because she's just so good. She was so good. Now that I have her C1 too, so I don't have to lose any stamina, and I have her signature weapon, she is my favorite character. I listened to the Japanese dub of the game, so she's voiced by one of my favorite VAs. If you know who she is, if you've ever watched Konosuba, she's a certain character who likes to blow things up. She is top tier. She's so quirky. But I really like her. Rosaria, I think she's gotten better now on my account. I don't use her all that much, but I think for the polearm user's sake, she's a pretty good unit at the beginning of the game if you have her. So definitely try that out. Yanfei, I like her. She was, for a while before I had Hu Tao, she was my favorite character just because I liked her voice actress. The way she talks was like super nice, and she's also a lawyer. That's kind of cool. But she's cool for pyro. I've seen like a bunch of tank builds of her. I used her for a while, so she was really cool. Eula, I would say a must pull for me personally. She is a heavy hitter. I didn't really use physical damage for a while. I don't even think I even used physical damage before I got Eula. But I didn't get her until her rerun that happened a little while back, after like 2 years of her not getting one. So I pulled for her and I got her. Thank God. I got her and Klee because I didn't have any of them. But she was so cool to have. She's just, all around, she's just kind of cool. I always thought she was a cool character. Her story was pretty neat. Definitely would pull for her again. Even if I don't even use her, I would say I'd pull her. Kazuha, I don't have him. I'm sorry. Ayaka, I have her weapon, but I use her weapon on so many other characters that I don't even use her anymore. I think she just got the bench treatment. I'm so sorry. I know she's like Genshin's poster child at this point, but yeah, I didn't really have any use for her anymore. After I got her and her signature weapon, I just did not have a use. After I have other sword characters now, so there's just no point for me to use her. She's good, don't get me wrong, her burst is great, but I think it's just using her elemental skill on repeat, it just takes so long because it's so clunky. Usually only her damage comes from her burst, in my opinion, but it's kind of sucks. All right, Yoimiya, I think she's good to have. She's one of my friends who I used to work with. She would non-stop chatterbox about her because she's her favorite character. I even did some fan art of her one time, a long time ago. I'll probably put it up on the screen here just so you can see what I did, because I got the idea to draw her from my friend. So shout out to my friend. I won't say her name, but if she ever watches this video, she knows who she is. But she's actually the one who got me into Genshin. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing any of this. So shout out. Okay, next. But before I actually do that, Yoimiya, good unit, definitely good unit. I have her signature weapon. She's pretty good. I like her burst animation is really nice. So I like that. She's a pretty strong bow character. I know bow characters aren't really the meta nowadays, but she's still good. Sayu, she got benched. Like I said, I got better healers. Raiden Shogun is a must pull. Definitely must pull. She's the best electro unit. She's a good sub DPS, even a main DPS if you want to use her like that. But she's just so strong. You can put her in any team and it'll work just fine. And my god, her burst animation, we all know why we picked her. It's because that sword, oh my god, she is a freaking unit. But yeah. Alright, moving on. Kujisara, I don't even use her, but I like her. She's a simp. She simps hard for the Raiden Shogun. She's the embodiment of the Genshin community. So yeah, good to use, but I don't use her, but I like her. Next, Kokumi, must pull. She is probably, without a doubt, the best healer in this game. I use her so much now, especially with my Bloom teams. If I have a character who's always trying to eat away at health, she's great to have. I don't have her signature weapon, but I got her artifact set. I got her built pretty well. She does decent damage now, and she heals really well. So yeah, definitely pull for her. Toma, he was benched. Arataki Ito, I don't have him. Goro, benched, don't even use him. Shenhe, I like her, but I don't even use her. She's only really good for cryo teams because she can give a buff. So there's just no use for her. I liked her when I first got her, but she's just not that useful anymore to me. Yunjin, she got benched, but I like her. She was actually my favorite Geo character for a while. I don't know, I kind of liked her design at that point, and then when I did her little story quest, that was really cool. I made me like her as a character a lot more. So yeah, I like her. Yae Miko, I'd say she's good to have, especially if you have Hyper Bloom teams. She's good. I have her. She was actually my first double 5-star that I got in a 10 pull. I was so surprised. I have her C1 now. I don't have her weapon though. So she's really only good for, in my opinion, the Hyper Bloom teams that I build. Other than that though, her playstyle is kind of floaty. Kind of like Kokumi's a bit. Because you have to like put all those electro pylons down, and you just have to wait for her burst to go before you can really do much. But she's good to have, I would say. Moving on. Ayato, I don't have him. Yelan, my top tier Hydro user right now for DPS reasons, or sub DPS I should say. She is also one of my favorite characters. She carries me. If I didn't have her, I would still be using Xingqiu at that point, but Yelan is just, oh my god, she's so awesome. Like, her burst is great. I have her C1, I think it's her C1 or her C2, I can't really remember, but I got to that point, so I got like the double sprinting going on, and when I use her skill, it's just insane. Using her with the Raiden Shogun, it's awesome, because if you combine her burst and then you use the Raiden Shogun's burst, it does so much damage. It's awesome, I would say. Her animation's really cool too. Definitely pull for her. Kuki Shinobu, must pull. Best. In terms of like electro users, she's got like my favorite personality. I like her. She's just like a big sister to everyone. She's a tsundere, as you would say. She's just along for the ride. She has a cool design. She heals. She's great with my Hutao and Xingqiu teams. That's why I use her. And now I have her C6 so she doesn't die whenever she gets to fatal damage. But yeah, definitely must pull for her. Heizo, he was benched. Don't even use him. Tainari, you're gonna hate me for this too. I benched him. I don't even use him. So, let's see. Kale, I benched her too. I don't use her either. Dori, I regret pulling. She just serves no purpose. She doesn't do much. I am a fan of her JP voice actress. Don't get me wrong. She's really, really good when it comes to that. But when it comes to combat, she's just not the greatest, in my opinion. Okay. Sino, I don't have him. Candace, I don't even use her. I'm sorry. I know she's great for, like, deflections, I think. But I don't even use her. Nilou, if you haven't seen my Lilu's video, go see it. She has her banner right now, so definitely must pull if you're a Bloom team player and you want to just do that major damage. So go check that out. Definitely go for Nilou. Nahida, a must pull. I have her signature weapon, and I use her in every single team comp I have. She is just, without a doubt, the best support in the game to have. She's just so strong. Her elemental skill is just over the top. She's great for collecting resources on top of that. And she doesn't even talk when you do the idle animations, which is so nice because you don't have to hear the same things over and over again. She's just sitting on a swing like it's nothing. But yeah, definitely must pull. Layla, I've actually got her pretty well built, I think. She's good to have. She's good for shielding and all that stuff in the cry applications. Wanderer. I don't use him at all. I only use him to get to places. He's literally my travel person. I just use him to fly around and just get to places I can't get to. So, I mean, he's good. I don't really use Anima all that much anymore, unfortunately. So, there's that. Farazan, she's good to have. She's strong. I don't even care. She was my favorite unit in the game for a while when I had the Animo team going on with all the other elements. She was a popular pick, and I got her C6 now, so she's kind of like unstoppable if I built her correctly, but I haven't had time to do any of that. So definitely good to have. Alhaitham, don't have. Just Dendro Kaching. Yao Yao is a must pull for me. She's great with these 4. She's great with these 3. This is like the best team you could possibly have if you want a Bloom team, because she just goes, especially if you ever C6, she gets the Mega Radishes going. You got Kokomi and Nilou guarding the freaking, causing all those reactions to happen. You got Nahida's that breaks basically the catalyst to start everything, and it's a team made in heaven. And she heals you. You got 2 healers and 2 heavy hitters right here. You're untouchable. You're basically a cannon. So definitely go for her. Dea, I regret pulling because I've lost so many 50-50s to her already. It just sucks. Mika, I regret pulling for him. I don't even know what the fuck he does. Okay, Alhaitham, or no. Heizo, Baiju, what the fuck am I saying? Baiju, I don't have him. Kave, I don't even use him. Kirara, she's good to have. She's good to have for travel because she can climb up walls and everything. She's like my Wanderer, but she's better with the Danger application because she can also shield you. Alright. Lenny, don't have. Lynette, I like her. It's kind of like a low scale Yalan with her animation or her skill. But she's good for the Anima application. I'll give her that. It's Fremine. I kind of regret pulling for him. I don't even use him. Nervalet, I don't have. What's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Risley. Fuck, okay. Yeah, I don't have him either. Farina must pull. I just got her weapon recently. I built her out the wazoo. She is my favorite character right now in the Hydro teams. She's got the best story. Her personality is so fun. She is definitely a unit to have. And she heals you. She's basically Kokomi, but with the heavy hitting type. But her Archon quest, definitely a masterpiece. I even like her theme song that they used for the demo trailer. So that's fun. Charlotte, I benched her. I didn't really even use her anymore. Navia, she's really only niche for Geo teams, especially because she just has a cannon. But I use her. She's good to have, but she's not really a must pull in my regard. I still use her, but I wouldn't say she's essential. Chevreuse, I like her, but I don't use her. Xianyun, definitely. Actually, I would say she's a must pull. She's got that healing factor going on. She can help you travel around places. She can make any of your teams turn into Xiao, basically, because she can just make you jump around. And then if you have a character like Hu Tao, who when you activate her skill and you can just plunge everything, it really makes things way better because it just increases AoE effect. So definitely do that. Gaming, I don't even use him. Kind of regret pulling for him. Shiori, I don't even use her, so I kind of regret pulling for her. Arlecchino, she's just awesome. She is awesome. Her animation's so freaking good. Oh my god. I got her on the last day of her banner. I was so happy. It's like, I really want her. And she's such a heavy hitter too. I haven't built her correctly because I keep getting shafted on the artifact farming. But definitely pull for her next time her rerun comes around. Alright, moving on. Chlorine is definitely a must pull. Her and Farine are probably the strongest units in this game right now, especially with how versatile they both are. I know Chlorine's playstyle can be kind of risky because she just eats away at her own health, and with a Farina combo that just makes it even more risky. But if you build her right, she can just damage everything like crazy. She's got such a cool animation. Her outfit's so cool. She's got that Bloodborne effect in her. That's like the design for it wise. And she uses like a gun. She's so strong. definitely pulled for her. I got her character with one of my pulls, and then 2 pulls later, I was on 2 pity, I got her again. And I was so happy. I was just like, well, now I gotta build her because she's already invested now, so I gotta keep going. I don't have her weapon though, which kind of sucks, but her with Miss Splitter is a match made in heaven, I would say. Sethos, that's his name. I don't even use him. Siegeween, I don't have her, unfortunately. I tried to get her, but then I lost my 50-50 to freaking Jean, wherever the hell she is. Yeah, right here, I lost to her. Now I have Jean at C4. I could have had Siegeween. I just like to collect the characters, but I couldn't get her this time. I'm sure she'll come back pretty soon, but still kind of sucks. Alright, and then these are the characters that are coming out. I guess I'll just give my opinion based on them. Aloy, I'll just do this real quick. Aloy don't have. I won't even put him in there just because he's not even a playable character. I forget her name, but I know she's coming up pretty soon. She's a download applicator. I would say that Dendro applicators are pretty good to have, so definitely do that. I'm still learning all the names of these characters. From what I've seen from them, I'll just go through this. Good to have. I probably wouldn't use them, but I like them. So, yeah. That's my tier list for this. Yeah, definitely something I haven't done before. Definitely roast me in the comments for my decision making. Obviously, if you want to do stuff like that, I won't hold it against you. But I figured it'd be kind of fun, especially with all the Genshin content I'm going to be doing now. And also on top of Star Rail on top of that. I would definitely say this was kind of interesting. Kind of something new. So if you like seeing stuff like this, let me know. I'll gladly do more of it. Especially since I've been doing daily uploads. So, and then with all the editing and all that too. Definitely let me know what you think. Because we're still growing. I think we're at 32 subscribers now when the video is being made. And I really like making Genshin content like this. So if you want to see more tier lists like this, or you have an idea for a tier list you'd want me to try making, definitely let me know and I'll be sure to look at it and try it out. But yeah, other than that, I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.